Browns fans, buckle up. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't just another update. This is the kind of news that could flip the AFC North on its head. I'm talking about a move, a decision, a shift in power that could change the Cleveland Browns' path to the playoffs and maybe even more. And look, before I dive into this roller coaster, do me a favor. If you live and breathe Browns football like I do, hit that subscribe button. This channel is where we bleed orange and brown together. We celebrate the highs, we endure the lows, and right now, we are standing on the edge of something that feels massive. Alright, let's get into it. This offseason? Man, it has been wild! One of the most intriguing in recent memory. Drama, surprises, heartbreak, you name it. And sitting right in the middle of it all is the Cleveland Browns. This story I'm about to lay out, it's not just about this season. It's about the future of this franchise. Let's rewind to draft night. The Browns shook the table when they grabbed Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round. Yes, that's Shedeur Sanders, the kid who was tearing up college football. Now usually a 5th round pick is seen as a project, somebody you stash on the roster and hope to develop. But when I saw Shedeur's name pop up under Cleveland, I knew this wasn't just another roll of the dice. This kid has the arm, the vision, the IQ. He's not just a maybe someday quarterback, he's the kind of guy who could flip the script on an entire franchise. But here's where it got spicy, because 2 rounds earlier, the Browns had already drafted Dillon Gabriel, and just like that, the QB room was loaded with youth, with potential, with fire. You could almost feel the anticipation. Were we about to witness the beginning of a full-blown quarterback battle in Cleveland? Were we about to see the future take shape right in front of us? Well, not so fast. Because in the middle of all the excitement, the Browns made an announcement that stunned a lot of people. Joe Flacco will be the starting quarterback for Week 1 of the 2025 season. Let that sink in. After nearly 20 years in the league, after hoisting a Lombardi trophy, after so many ups and downs, Joe Flacco is back under center, wearing orange and brown and leading this team into battle. Now I know how this sounds. In a league obsessed with youth, with speed, with finding the next big thing, the Browns are rolling with a 39-year-old veteran. But here's the thing, and this is why I love this move. Flacco brings something no rookie can: experience. Calm under fire, the knowledge of what it takes to win when the lights are brightest. And don't forget, we've seen this movie before. Back in 2023, when everything seemed lost, Flacco stepped in, played 5 straight games, and went 4-1. He dragged Cleveland into the playoffs. He didn't just manage games, he commanded them. That kind of leadership, you can't put a price on it. Training camp only proved the point. Flacco looked sharp, his throws were crisp, his decision-making was on point. When he stepped on out of field, he wasn't just another quarterback, he was the guy. And in a brutal division like the AFC North, where every single snap can make or break your season, having a steady hand at quarterback might be exactly what Cleveland needs. Now, here's what makes this story even better. While Flacco is holding it down, Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel get to learn, grow, and bide their time. No pressure, no spotlight crushing them too soon. They've got a veteran showing them how it's done, buying them time to develop. That's how you build not just a season, but a future. And let's not forget the pieces around him. Nick Chubb is back from that devastating ACL injury. And in camp, he looks hungry, he looks strong. And when Chubb is rolling, he's one of the best backs in all of football. Amari Cooper, still that reliable target you can count on when the game is on the line. And the defense, oh man, led by Myles Garrett, this unit is built to wreck opposing offenses. Put it all together, and suddenly this doesn't feel like a rebuilding year. This feels like Cleveland is ready to fight. So here's the question I've got for you. Do you believe Joe Flacco can lead this team through the fire one more time? Do you believe Shedeur Sanders and Dillon Gabriel are the future waiting in the wings? Or do you think Cleveland should have just ripped the band-aid off and gone young right away? Because I'll be honest with you, I think the Browns are playing this smart. You win now with the veteran, and you prepare the future with the rookies. And in a division as cutthroat as the AFC North, you can't afford to gamble. You need someone who's been in the fire. Alright, let me tell you how I saw it play out. Because for me, there's really no question. Shedeur Sanders was the standout. Watching him on the field, I didn't see a single interception, no glaring mistakes, nothing that made you cringe. He played smart, composed, and confident. Now, I'm not saying Dillon Gabriel played terribly. Far from it. The guy had some solid throws, and I'll give him credit where it's due. But when you stack them side by side, and when you think about who handled the pressure, who rose to the moment under the spotlight, Shedeur just had that extra spark. He reminded everyone why people were excited about him in the first place, why he's a player to watch. He moved the offense efficiently, made plays when it mattered, and really put the team on his back in subtle, decisive ways. Now let's talk about post-game moments, because they tell you a lot about a quarterback. Shedeur handled his press conference like a pro. Calm, confident, measured. He didn't over-explain, didn't stumble, didn't give anyone a reason to question his composure. Dillon Gabriel? That's where the story takes a turn. After his fumble and the comments he made about Shedeur, the heat is back on the Browns and fans are louder than ever. This isn't just chatter in the stands, this is social media, podcasts, analysts, everyone talking about it. They want Shedeur in the starting role, especially against the Bengals, and the pressure on Kevin Stefanski is real, it's intense, and it's growing by the day. Stefanski's responses so far, let's just say cautious doesn't even begin to cover it. You can see it in his pauses, the way he avoids locking in answers. When asked about quarterback roles, he says things like, "We do what the players need," or "We'll decide in a couple of days." Let's be honest, that's not planning, that's buying time, and fans can see right through it. They know if they keep pushing, if they keep making their voices heard, Stefanski may have no choice but to give Shedeur the chance he's earned. And then there's Gabriel scrambling to clean up his own mess. He's trying to walk back his comments about Shedeur, claiming it was a miscommunication. But let's call it what it is. Those comments were pointed, they were deliberate, and the more you examine them, the more you realize the damage is already done. Analysts like Chris Canty and Shannon Sharp have been relentless, highlighting how Gabriel's words mirror controversies from his college days, particularly at Oregon. It's clear to anyone watching that these weren't casual remarks. They were intentional, and trying to spin them now doesn't hold up. In fact, it just makes him look weaker, less composed, less of a leader. Contrast that with Shedeur. From his very first preseason performance to the way he carries himself under scrutiny, he's shown maturity, poise, and the kind of confidence that demands respect. He's not just performing on the field, he's showing he can lead both, in games and in the media spotlight. And as fans and analysts alike start echoing the call for Shedeur to be elevated on the depth chart, the pressure on Stefanski is peaking. His vague non-answers aren't helping. They're adding fuel to the fire. Everyone watching knows he can't hide behind ambiguity forever. Let's not forget the bigger picture here. This isn't just a debate about who should start the third preseason game or the first week of the season. It's about leadership, accountability, and who deserves to take this team forward. Gabriel's struggles both on the field and off it have made that crystal clear. Shedeur, on the other hand, has proven that he can handle the spotlight, make plays, and carry the team when it matters. And that's why the conversation has shifted. Fans aren't just discussing statistics, they're calling for a leader. They're calling for someone who has earned it, someone who shows the composure, the maturity, and the competitive fire necessary to lead a team like the Browns. So here's where we are. If this momentum keeps building, if the fan base stays loud and the media keeps pushing, Shedeur Sanders getting a starting role feels inevitable. And when that happens, it won't just be a quarterback change. It'll be a statement about leadership, accountability, and recognizing the player who's proven himself in every way. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Stefanski is genuinely trying to make the best decision for the team, or is he just buying time under pressure from fans and media? Should Shedeur Sanders be starting right now, or does Dillon Gabriel deserve another shot to prove himself? And about those comments Gabriel made, was it really a miscommunication, or was the backlash completely justified? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear exactly where you stand, because this quarterback debate, it's far from over. And trust me, the next few weeks could change everything.